Hello and welcome to Simple Cryptocurrency News presented by your host CryptoSchain. And in today's video we're gonna be looking at the latest news about the Craig Wright case and is he Satoshi Nakamoto? You've probably heard about this already today because this has been posted over 10 hours ago. So many of you in the community already know about it, but if you don't, I'm just going to share you and I'll talk about my opinion on it as well. Then we'll be looking at Ontology, Phantasmachain, and finally I'll close it off with Neo. But before we get in and we look at the market, I just want to remind you that in the description below the video you'll find the times as well as the topics that I'll be discussing together with the links, so you can simply click on each one to take you directly there, like I always do. And I just also want to remind you that I'm going to be doing a giveaway of Bolt tokens, 5,000 Bolt tokens in September. All you gotta do is watch my Bolt video, which is just the second last video that I did before this news one that I'm going to be uploading. So I did an engine review yesterday and a Bolt video the day before, so check out that Bolt review, watch it, and I'm going to mention the details there. So watch that and take part if you're interested to win in September. I'm going to try and do that draw in early September, and I'm going to announce it on my Telegram channel. Make sure you join. The link is going to be in a pinned comment below this video, so you can simply access my Telegram channel on there for more information as well. But that being said, let's get right in. So let's look at CoinMarketCap, what's been going on. So today is a red day, but not very red, right? Bitcoin is trading at $10,170, so not too bad. It is holding above 10K. I did say this a while ago. I just don't really see it go way below 9K. It found really good support at 9K. And maybe some people will argue, some may be bearish and say, no, we're going to see 8K and so on. But I think it found good support. However, with these recent news that we got from Craig Wright, I am a bit concerned about the price of Bitcoin, because these kind of news can influence the price. They could also be FUD. Okay, so take that with a grain of salt, but there is that high risk that the price could dump with these news that I'm going to be discussing. And maybe you'll agree, and let me know if you agree in the comments below, because it is worrying, right? But it could also be good. So it depends how you look at it, right? If you want to accumulate cheap Bitcoin, yeah, but considering the old market at the moment, which is already down a lot, the last thing it needs is even more of a squeeze, right? So let's look at the price of Neo, which is trading at $9.56, Ontology 78 cents. So it didn't manage to hold strong above 80, it looks like it. And actually I'm going to look at Phantasmachain as well, because I always cover them in my news, and it's up 0.09%, holding above 5 cents, quite strong actually, and quite stable for quite some time. Like I said, it's been trading between 500 and 650 sats for quite some time. Everyone is just really patiently waiting for the mainnet launch, which should happen anytime soon now. I did expect it to happen before the end of this month, but you know how it is with dates. You can never be 100% sure, right? It all depends on the team, because at the end of the day, the team make this decision and they are also waiting on something, right? So if that something is not ready, then there's a problem, right? It could be delayed, but it could happen anytime. Like I said, they could just drop it this week if they get this small issue that they've got at the moment sorted. But that's that. Let's go back here and look at the biggest winners, and that's MadeSafe Coin, also Bitcoin. I only have bad memories of Bitcoin personally. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to stay anywhere near it. Yeah, really bad. And probably some of you remember Bitcoin from the listing on Binance Day. That was really horrible. What happened on Poloniex when they blocked withdrawals for over 24 hours. And the biggest losers are OneChain, which actually increased quite a lot the last time, right? And that was expected. Like with everything, when something goes up so much in a day, you can expect a dump, and it doesn't matter how well the market does. This is how it is. This is how the market operates. When it goes up too much, it always dumps. Grisha as well down, and then Nash down $2.19, now down 10%. And the reason being is because they're running into some problems with Amazon Web Services. They can't launch the Nash exchange, which was meant to launch last Friday. And because of this delay, people are FUDing. But why are they FUDing, right? They're FUDing because people are worried that maybe something is wrong with the exchange, or maybe they just don't feel confident. But to be honest, technical problems happen all the time. So why would you be worried of a technical problem which is going to get resolved? The team has been working so hard for so long, they're not going to let this go, right? They're going to try their best and get this sorted. Not to mention that Fabio, the CEO, has been keeping everyone up to date. Now, personally, I haven't invested in Nash. I would have liked to, but I haven't. I would have liked to gotten in cheaper than I did. I had the opportunity to get in at under $1, which was less than the ICO/STO price, but I didn't get in at the time I should have. But it is what it is. I just don't really feel confident paying 2x, although it's probably, in my personal opinion, it's still a good price. I could possibly get in at this price too, but I'll probably wait it out a bit. That's not to say that it's not going to increase a lot, right? This is my personal opinion when they do launch the exchange. That's that about the crypto market. So let's move on and talk about the news. So these news are about Craig Wright, posted on Cointelegraph, and this has been mentioned on many news websites, but I prefer to look at Cointelegraph for this specific news. I like the way they design the photo here and everything, right? So basically, Craig Wright, Cayman estate will now dump $2 billion in Bitcoin. That's the title, okay, to scaremonger and FUD. And basically the explanation is that Craig Wright was ordered to pay 500,000 Bitcoin to the brother of Dave Clayman, who's his late business partner. Okay, that guy actually died, right? Now the payout, which is worth more than 5 billion at the time of writing, could attract an estate tax of 40%, which Clayman's estate would have to pay. So because of that, 200,000 coins could be dumped on the market in order to settle the 2 billion bill, potentially causing a crash. So this could be FUD, but they do have a point, right? There is that risk. You need to have your eyes open, and you need to face the reality. You need to face the facts that this happened with Mt. Gox, and the Japanese government or whoever closed them, they did dump on the market, so that caused Bitcoin to crash as well. When that hack happened, right? Because they had to, to settle the debts, they had to pay to cover the costs. So it's not unlikely that this can't happen, right? When it comes to people trying to get money as soon as possible, they may not go OTC, they may just dump. So if they do dump on an exchange, this is what's gonna happen. You need to face the reality. We could potentially see Bitcoin crash. I'm not trying to further anything. I'm just trying to basically point out the reality and what could actually happen. So in an interview with fintech magazine Modern Consensus, Wright said that he would comply with the court order, which follows allegations that he stole hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin from Dave Clayman. And then they're talking about Calvin Ayre as well, who is a supporter of Bitcoin SV, of course. And he's arguing that Craig Wright is Satoshi Nakamoto. So things like that. And then the other thing that's been mentioned here is that the US court did not rule out that Wright and Clayman were Satoshi Nakamoto. Anyone telling you otherwise is either insane or a liar. That's what was tweeted by Calvin Ayre. So yeah, I mean, if the court didn't rule that out, then maybe they have some sort of proof. Maybe there is something out there, because you do gotta understand that Satoshi Nakamoto is very unlikely to be only one person, right? It's very likely to be a team, or was a team. So just thinking of that alone, it kind of makes sense, right? The fact that Craig Wright claimed it, I don't know, I mean, just the way he came across, really strong and aggressive, I'm not really sure what to believe. But if the courts say they have proof that potentially he could be, then maybe they have the proof, right? I cannot argue that because I didn't watch the whole interview, the whole follow-up story, so I'm not sure. I'm only basically reading this article which specifies this information. So let me know what you think. If you read more information than me, if you found any other good resources which give you more than that, right? So yeah, I'm not entirely sure, to be honest, but this is what we can expect, right? He has to pay this, and we could potentially see a crash. But enough about that, and let's move on and talk about Ontology. So we don't have too many news from Ontology other than that they're really trying to spread the word out there. The Ontology Korea Media Conference will kick off on August 30th in Seoul, Korea. So that's going to be in 3 days. And of course, founder Lee Jun will also be there. He hasn't actually been there at the last event, I believe. I think there were developers from Ontology talking at the last event. So this time the founder will be there as well. Also Movie Block, Musica Official. You know, I've actually done reviews on these people. I don't think I've done a review on Movie Block, but I definitely did a review on Musica Official on my channel a good few months back. But they are actually dApps on the Ontology blockchain. So if you're interested, of course, if you're invested in Ontology, which I'm assuming you are if you've been following my channel, because you know I always cover news on Ontology, do check out that conference, because maybe there will be some important information, and actually there will be some information related with Ontology as well when I'm going to talk about the NEO news. I have mentioned it before, but I'm going to add on to that. So that's that about Ontology, and let's move on and talk about PhantasmaChain. So PhantasmaChain's latest tweet, everyone's been waiting, like I said, for their mainnet. Everyone's patient. I'm patient too. I've been really patient waiting for this. You know, we've been hoping since April, I believe, when it was supposed to happen. But it is what it is. We gotta wait. We're almost there. You know, it's like grinding. To be honest, their mainnet, their blockchain explorer is live, right? You can see transactions taking place. I've done a review on the wallet, an actual demo on the wallet created by community members. Basically the guys that won the dApp competition, right? The Phantom wallet. If you had a look at that, if you hadn't had a look at that, do check it out. Again, it's one of my recent videos, so you're gonna see it on my channel. But yeah, they actually had an AMA on the 24th of August, and actually this AMA was with Alex from PhantasmaChain. So do check it out. It was actually on a Telegram group called Crypto Nation. Okay, so if you go to this Medium article here, it'll take you there, and you can simply access the Crypto Nation Telegram group. Scroll up in the chat and you can find the AMA. Some interesting questions were asked, and some people won some prizes as well for taking part in the AMA. So yes, everyone's waiting, myself included. Let's see this happen already. Let's see it happen. I'm really looking forward to covering more news on Phantasma, especially the Phantasma app, the marketplace, how things are going to work. But that's that about Phantasma. Let's move on and talk about the final piece of news in today's video, and that's about Da Hong Fei sharing Neo 3 and cross-chain protocol insights in Infinito AMA and Crypto Monday interview. So I'm not going to cover this article from Neo News today in entirely, because they are talking about Infinito wallet here in Crypto Monday, all this and that. The most important part of this interview is what Neo are actually saying and what they're talking about with regards to Neo 3. So how long will that actually take and what it's all about. So what they're actually planning to do is to do a migration of the tokens. So what I'm thinking, because they're going to do a hard fork doesn't always mean that there's going to be a separate blockchain, right, with a separate coin. However, in this specific case, Neo are going to do that. There is going to be a migration, a token swap, you may call it, where people will be able to move from Neo 2 to Neo 3. Okay, from Neo version 2 to Neo version 3 with their coins, right? This is what they're going to be able to do. There will be an operation where they will be able to do the cross swap between the two blockchains, right? And that's going to be allowed for quite some time. However, that's not going to happen for another 6 months to 1 year. So actually in this article, Neo have specified that. So do read it if you're interested. But the other things I wanted to point out here is the cross-chain protocol between Neo and Ontology. So I mentioned this in a previous video because Neo News Today did mention this as well. So they're gonna adopt a cross-chain protocol to link Neo and Ontology together so that data can be shared together and assets can be shared from Neo to Ontology or Ontology back to Neo. And this is really interesting, right? This is an atomic transaction that is gonna happen. It's interesting because, you know, the O3 wallet have been supporting Neo and Ontology for so long now, right? So you can store both assets and you can share the same address as well, right? The Neo address can also be used for Ontology. Back and forth using the O3 wallet. So this kind of tells you that they've kind of planned this all along with on-chain on top, right? This is kind of expected in my opinion. They just didn't want to make it public, and now they just decided to say, okay, here we go. We're going to do this, right? We're going to merge the two and we're going to be really, really strong because the two projects are solid, right? You got to admit. But when they're alone, it was a bit more difficult and people were kind of fudding. People were kind of worried. Some of the community members were thinking Neo is going to die out and Ontology is going to succeed. But now with the cross-chain and with the interoperability between the two, Let's see what's gonna happen, and maybe they may change the name. I wonder if they may change the name to something different. I don't know, what would you like it to be called? Something like Ontology? Ontology maybe? How would that sound? Okay, but yeah, that's gonna come. The other thing is about scaling Neo. Okay, so they are mentioning here that it's gonna take another 6 months, maybe a year's time, and it will be a new version of Neo. They're gonna have to build a lot of stuff from scratch, right? So you're gonna need to understand that. They're focusing on that layer 2 solution, of course, which dApps are going to be building on, because at the moment we've got the layer 1 solution. And one other thing that I haven't actually covered here is about the gas, Neo and gas. So actually they were more concerned about gas, because when they designed gas as the utility token, they were actually planning for it to become more stable, but it's actually volatile, right? So this is how it is. It is a cryptocurrency at the end of the day. So they're just reiterating here that this is the case with gas. So they're planning to do something to improve it. See, they're thinking how to improve it. So we could expect something. They don't have a solution, but they're working on it. So we could expect something to happen. And of course, Neo's path to decentralization, which they're working on as well. Basically, they're just explaining, they're basically comparing countries like Asia with Europe and North America, and how they're quicker at adopting things, whereas China are more latecomers, but they make sure that they get things right. This is pretty much the philosophy they're trying to use here in this specific article, in this section of the article. Yeah, this is pretty much how it is. They're saying that decentralization will be sped up once Neo 3.0 is released. So let me know what you think. What's your opinion? What do you think about the merger between Neo and Ontology? Are you looking forward to that? Would you have preferred them to stay separate? Let me know in the comment below. Again, don't forget to join my Telegram channel as well. The link is going to be below the video. And don't forget to take part in the giveaway if you're interested. In September, it's the Bolt giveaway. Watch my Bolt video. Again, link will be in the description. Have a lovely, lovely day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.